have been more or less signed off by USAID. The part that is not yet fully signed off is the geographical areas of focus. So we wanted to take just a few minutes, about 20 to 30 minutes, discussing more and trying to have some level of commitment on the geographical areas of focus that we want to work in, the vulnerabilities that we put down, and what we want RAN to achieve. We're sorry we are repeating this exercise, but we want to get it ready from the start, because it is that one that is going to feed into the next step, and that is the work plan. So I am kindly requesting members that we break up into groups. The Secretariat should distribute the compiled template. We've compiled all the templates. They were made in different formats. We put it together, and then you can look in your section and you see how you become more specific on the geographical areas, the vulnerabilities, and vulnerabilities that are specific to resilience, and what RAN can do. So once we finalize that, then we shall tell you the next step. Yeah. Eastern, okay, not Uganda, Eastern Africa region. They say they are going to work in Eastern Congo, and they are specifying North Kivu, South Kivu, North Katanga, Manyema. Then they say still they are going to work in the refugee camps of Rwanda. Then they are going to work in Acholi region, which is recovering from another type of war. Then they say they are going to work in Eastern Uganda, where there are landslides and floods, and also similar areas with landslides and floods in the mountains of Western Uganda. Then in Tanzania, they will work in the drought area of Arusha, Dar es Salaam, Dodoma. Then the flood-prone area of Tanga and Mtwara and what? Then from there, they will also look at, in DRC, they will also look at the mineral area. So it's still a little bit too much commitment. It's quite too much commitment. So the thematic areas have been signed off. Let us try and be a little bit more exact. We go to West Africa. West Africa was much more focused on the geographical areas.
As always.
Yes. So the key area missing there is the vulnerability factors and how resilience comes in to modify those vulnerability factors. We want that clear because it's going to inform the kind of data collection that we are going to collect. We go to South Africa. South Africa was also very specific, but at the end of their presentation, they were told to re-include HIV, which they had removed. And the box for HIV is empty. You see? So work on that, we put it there, but we want the geographical areas of focus. We want the geographical areas of focus and the strategy. And then lastly, Horn of Africa. Horn of Africa, they had handwritten most of their observations. So what we have is very, very thin. So you need to work on that, and then we can have now more consensus on that, because the next work planning process is going to focus on those geographical areas. That is where we're going to ask you, if you do a deliberative poll, where in these areas are you going to do this poll? Otherwise, we cannot know. If you're going to do data collection activities or secondary data collection, it has to be relevant to your geographical areas of focus and other vulnerability factors. I hope that is clear. Yeah. So we have just about 20 minutes to discuss that. Professor Nancy Moore, wants to say something?
Yes, right. I wonder whether in some cases where the areas are too broad,
yes,
they could actually suggest a two-step approach. One step would be to analyze secondary data to focus.
Yes.
And then the second step being primary data collection is required and so forth, so that they build the process of selecting those areas as opposed to giving those areas.
So if you think you cannot localize specifically the areas, you can tell us that maybe the specific districts will be determined. Yeah. So let us quickly get to the work and refine that document. Then we reconvene in just 20 minutes.